Component viewing. Now, polygon objects, since they're made of components of vertices, faces, and edges, it's very important to know the several ways to display those, so when you're modeling in the heat of the moment, you can see everything. Okay? Let's take this for example. If I insert a few edge loops using the Insert Edge Loop tool, if I go back to object mode, notice how mine displays the polygons. That's because under shading I have wireframe on shaded on. That's really nice because usually you see this, but if I need to know like where the polygons are, most of the time when I'm modeling I keep this on until the very end. Okay, that way I could display wireframe without being in wireframe, which incidentally is 4 on the keyboard, which is really hard to see. So it's best to look at 5 and then have the preview wireframe on shaded on. That way you can see the makeup of the polygons and how they shade. Another thing is, in the heat of the moment, usually you're in here and you're in component mode and you're tweaking some stuff out, and you want to go back to object mode, but if you right click you'll get the select all, okay, instead of object mode. Sometimes it's quicker to go up to the top and toggle this button, and then you can go back to object mode where you can manipulate it that way, and then go back to component mode. And notice Maya does a pretty good job sometimes of knowing what you want to highlight, but for all intents purposes, something that it will not do very well is, let's say I need to switch over to vertices. You have to manually switch over to vertices. Okay? Let's delete a few polygons here. Now, this is a border edge, and what happens is border edges are really nice to be able to view independently of non-border edges. Let's go into the object mode, click on it, and go to display, polygon, and in here I can do a lot of things. I can turn on maybe border edges, and now look how dark that line is compared to this line. That's telling me it's a border edge. Same in component mode. If I'm in edges, notice how thick this line is when I mouse over it compared to this one. Okay. Another thing that's nice is if you go into display, polygons, and go to face centers. This just makes it a little easier when you're dealing with faces to highlight them. Maya 2010 automatically, see how if I mouse over a face, it starts highlighting the area in red. That's new. But if you're using any of the other variations of Maya, that never happened. You'd have to display the face or the face dot there. That dot indicates where you can highlight very quickly. If you're used to using Maya like 2008, 2009, I would say that's the option you need to turn on in order to be happy with your life again. So, I just wanted to show you the components and the several different viewing capabilities here. It's one of those things that it really helps out to know what to turn on and what to turn off, especially when you're modeling very quickly. So that's component and component viewing. Please move on to the next video.